we're talking about our holiday memories with some of our favorite ladies at News Channel 5, Vicki Yates, Kimberly Davis, and Tuwanda Coleman. And we were kind of getting a little bit about information about each of you, but because it's the holidays, we can't help but sort of find out a little bit about those fondest holiday memories or those traditions that you cherish so in each of your homes. So maybe just talk a little bit about some of the things that you do when it comes to this time of year, whether it's the decorating, whether it's traveling to spend time with family. What does it look like in the Coleman household?
Well, you know, April, we've had to sort of learn how to do Christmas a little different since my mom passed a couple years ago.
Right.
But I have been trying to carry on some of the traditions I learned from her. My mom always set out a little nativity scene that I inherited, and just yesterday, as a matter of fact, I set that little nativity scene out. There's also a little Rudolph the reindeer little stuffed thing that she always would set out, and I found a special place to honor her by setting that out. So I look forward to just sort of reminiscing a little bit about each thing, because I know how special each little item was to her. I was sort of like her little decorator. So when I would go home for Thanksgiving, it was up to me to get her decorations out. Now I want that there, and I want that there. She would basically got to the point where she would just tell me where to put everything, and I, okay, Mom. And so I always looked forward to it, though, because I knew, you know, that was sort of my little thing. Out of all the kids, that was my way my mom saw for me to help out at the holidays, was to set out the holiday decorations. And so right now, when I was doing this, just yesterday, as a matter of fact, it just brought back so many great memories, because now I can talk about my mom and not tear up, you know. Now I can sit back and smile when I think about those memories and the things that I used to do with her as the baby girl, as she'd call me.
Wow, fantastic. And Kim, what about you? Does this time of year mean work for you? Does it mean you get to travel and see family?
No. Unfortunately, this year it means work. But that's okay. I'll be
it's kind of the norm for this kind of business, isn't it?
So that'll be nice. Well, thank you.
Nice.
I'm going in this year, but my fondest memory, I have two sisters, so 3 girls. I'm the middle, baby sister. I'm the middle one, but we would be so excited for Christmas morning. We'd wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, knocking on my parents' doors, Merry Christmas, let's go, open the gifts. And I mean, we wouldn't go to sleep until like midnight.
Yeah.
And then we'd be up like 5 hours later, and my parents said, nope, this is unacceptable. We waited for you guys to go to bed. We just put all those gifts out. You're going to give us some time to sleep. So my parents had this great idea. Each of us, I shared a room with my little sister, so we had 2 little Christmas trees, like miniature ones. And while we slept, they would come in the middle of the night after they put the gifts under the tree, and they put one gift under the baby Christmas tree for us. So it's like, okay, here's your little teaser. Let us sleep until 9 o'clock. You have your one little gift to open up. So hopefully that'll hold you over.
And you mean in all that time, those 3 sisters didn't sneak down and take a peek under the big tree?
We would definitely look at the banner. But the one gift would hold us over.
Perfect. I love that.
Well, you
really
think
love
you'll
that.
do that?
Oh, I'll do that for sure. Yeah.
I love that idea. And Vicki?
Well, for the past, my kids are now 30, my daughter's 30, and my sons are 28.
No,
which I know.
because that's right where you are. So what in the world?
Yeah, right. How did that happen? But when they were little, when we first moved here, I would buy a live tree because I grew up with a live tree. I just didn't want an artificial tree. So originally, I would go out and pick out the tree, and then we decorate it. Well, now that as they got older, we'd all go out, and then they'd decide, okay, we like this tree or we don't. We'd set it up the day after Thanksgiving and turn on Mariah Carey's Christmas album. Because we've been playing that since they were babies, literally babies. And so we can't have Christmas without Mariah Carey. And when they were younger, they would decorate the bottom of the tree because it was all they could reach. But now, obviously, they're doing all of it, and I'm kind of supervising. I just sit back and say, well, what about putting that there, or what about... And so they take care of all of it.
Fantastic.
And
Wonderful
we still listen to Mariah Carey.
And so have you noticed if your kids sort of duplicate any of those, I don't know, in their own homes, whether they sort of kind of pull those traditions that you grew them
my
up with?
one son is engaged. He got engaged like
Fantastic.
a month ago. So he couldn't come home. He was the only one who couldn't come home for Thanksgiving because he had to work the very next day. But he said that they're getting a tree, and he said, Mom, I got Mariah Carey.
Oh.
She has no idea what she's meant to our family.
Get word to her.
I know.
Some kind of special appearance one of these years. That's fantastic. And what about favorite food, since we've got all these great dishes here, thanks to our favorite Mary Elena Ramos that always sort of treats us so well when we do this show. What about favorite dishes that either you make yourselves or that family members make?
My mom makes the best candied yams. And now my sister has picked up on it, and she made some for Thanksgiving, which I got a chance to take part in. So I love sweet potatoes, especially when they are candied, you know, and they got that brown sugar. That's my thing. I just think about Christmas when I think about my mom's sweet potatoes.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Mac and cheese for me.
Oh,
mac and cheese?
I love macaroni and cheese. When you bake it, you put all these cheeses in it and cream, and I just, you know, calories just out the window.
Yes, but you can cheat on those
But you can
days,
cheat a little bit. Sometimes you can use a lower grade cheese or a lower calorie cheese.
That doesn't make it the same, does it?
Like cream.
Go all out and then the next day just walk it off.
For sure.
And Kim, what do you think?
Probably my mom's sweet potato pie.
Wow.
Well, April, what about you?
Yeah.
Favorite foods?
What's your favorite food?
Let's see.
Holidays.
Probably my grandmother's peach cobbler.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going back to, and one of the interesting things when my grandmother passed, one of the things that I inherited was her mangled, kind of half cookbook address book, where in her address book she wrote down recipes, and it's sort of beat up and it's got stains, but it's in her handwriting, and it is just so precious to me because in there she's written out all of her favorites. And so between this S&T section of the address book makes no sense. There's no rhyme or reason to it, but that's where the peach cobbler recipe is. The S and the T. I don't know how it ended up there, but that's where it is. And so I'll flip through and kind of find little treasures within that book and sort of try to make them. They don't taste like hers yet, but they're getting there. The older I get, the better I get at it. And she didn't put stuff in there. Like she may have ingredients, but she may not always have the measurements. And then she never tells me how long to cook anything on any of the pages. So I'm kind of guessing and peeking in the stove every 10 minutes to see if it's ready. But yeah, great stuff. I found this little list of things that some folks had written down as sort of their holiday traditions, and I thought I'd read these and figure out what you think. But exchange Christmas pajamas was some of the top. These are the top, I guess, several. Make elf footprints. I don't know what that means unless it's kind of like a snow angel kind of thing.
Or elf on the shelf.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Surprise your neighbors with treats, which is nice. An ornament collection, which kind of goes along with what you and your mom had done, kind of collecting those. Help the needy. Tell holiday stories, give Christmas Eve gifts, so that kind of goes with your little almost, and then make them hunt for the gifts, which I thought was just
kind of cruel.
That's a cruel one. That's a cruel one. But anyway, some of those favorite little holiday memories, and I thank you all for sharing your favorite holiday memories and things that you shared with us today. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all of you, and Merry Christmas to you as well. We'll see you again next time.